When you have fractional coefficients, you could solve this problem like normal and just deal with fractions the whole entire time. That means distribute to get rid of any parentheses, move all of your x's to one side of the equal sign, and then solve for x by adding before you divide. Or we could get rid of the fractions first, and then we'll only have whole numbers to deal with, which just makes it a little bit easier for some people. So how do you do that? How do you get rid of your fractions here? An easy way to get rid of your fractions is multiply the entire equation by all of your denominators. I'm going to do it a step at a time because I don't want to have to try and figure out what the least common denominator is, the LCD, and if you use any common denominator, sometimes you can end up with huge numbers. So let's do two examples. In this first example, I have a 1/2. That means I'm going to multiply every single piece here by a 2. So that'll be 2. It'll be on top of my fraction. 2 over 1 is what I'm multiplying by. Times 2 times 2. 2 over 1, if that helps you to write it that way. And so what happens in my first fraction is 2 over 1 and 1 over 2. The 2's cancel each other out or simplify to just a 1. 2 times 7x, 2 times negative 2. This would be 10, multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and 2 times 1. All right, good. That looks a little bit better already on the left-hand side. Now let's get rid of my other denominator. So I need to multiply every single thing by a 3. 3 over 1. 3 times x, 3 times 14, 3 times negative 4. Here my 3's cancel each other out, and 3 times 2. Now it's a lot quicker for you to solve, at least in my opinion. I'm not really a fraction person, so even though I have bigger numbers, I like solving this much better. You don't have to solve this way, it's just a handy trick to help you if you like to solve this way. Simplify your fraction if you can, or give the decimal answer. All right, let me show you that trick one more time with a different example just for you to have two examples of it. All right, I'm going to multiply by my denominators. You can choose which denominator you want to multiply by first. I'm going to just use the 4 because I like to read from left to right. So multiply everything by a 4, or more specifically a 4 over 1. All right, in the first fraction, my 4's cancel out, and I'm left with just a 5x. 4 times 8, negative 3x times 4. In the second fraction, the 4 over 2, this is what I'm looking at here, 4 over 2 is just a 2. So I'm multiplying, instead of 4 being multiplied by all this fraction and then dividing by 2, I can go on and simplify this part. And this is just going to be a 2 multiplied by both of these pieces, because 4 over 2 is just 2. You want to distribute that 2 to everything in that numerator. The good thing here is because 4 just happened to be a multiple of 2, I was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I got rid of 2 of my fractions by pure accident. And then for this last fraction, 4 times x and 1 times 3. That's where I got this piece. All right, now I need to get rid of this 3, so I'm going to multiply everything by a 3, or a 3 over 1. 3 over 1. All right, 3 times 5x, 3 times 32, 3 times 12x, 3 times 2x, 3 times 10, and 3. The 3's cancel here. So it kind of looks like I have a lot bigger numbers, but to me that is okay because I don't have fractions anymore. And now I can solve this problem just like normal. I went on and combined these two together and combined these two together. Move all of your x's to one side of the equal sign. And now subtract before you divide. Double negatives make this a positive. You can either give me the fractional answer or the decimal answer.